Hello and welcome to the channel. This is Steel City Knives, and as you can see from the thumbnail, we're going to have a look at cases quality control. So what started this video off, and the idea for this video is that I bought these two knives together. Now, when I buy case knives, I buy second-hand ones. I buy ones from sort of the Volt series, so that Volt knife of the year. I'm trying to buy a lot of the collector's edition ones. So I've generally found those two kind of knives are really good on their fit and finish. These are just normal series, fresh off the shelf, manufactured in different times. So I'll show you the tang stamp and then you'll see where they were made. You can also tell from the boxes sort of what years they were made. So these are just like your bog standard series, fresh off the shelf. When I usually buy a case knife, I try and contact the seller and ask them to give it a good once over as well, just to reassure me. You'll get two responses to that. You'll get one saying, yep, that's fine, I'll do that. You'll get another response saying, I sell too many knives, I haven't got time to do that, which is fair enough, but it's always worth asking, I think. So they're my sort of tips and tricks for buying case knives. Buy the Volt pattern, they always seem to be half decent. Buy collector's editions, if you ever see them floating around, they're really good quality. And then contact the seller and ask if they can inspect it before shipping. I love case knives. This isn't case bashing. I just thought it's a good opportunity to give it a look over with a fine tooth comb, two normal series knife manufactured at different periods. So I think case in certain decades have produced better quality knives than other decades. I think management has got a bit to do with that. Sort of supply and demand through that decades has got something to do with that. Things to take into consideration with case. They're a massive producer of knives. I was trying to get some figures of how many they produce a year or a day to sort of put things into perspective. So it's not a small company just churning out a couple or a few hundred. They're doing thousands and thousands of knives for us. So again, I'm biased. I'm a big case fan. I really do like case. So, right, let's have a look at the knives. Which one should we start with? Let's start with this one. So we'll have a look at the box first. This is the box. Here's all your numbers. Can anybody in the comment section tell me a bit more about this? So I know this was made for California, but what is the warning? Where's the cancer and reproductive harm? Is it the dye? What is it? If anybody can give me some more information in the comment section, that would be much appreciative. I've got Zenar Lee to thank for this pattern. He really rates this pattern, and I do too now, thanks to him. I think it's a brilliant size. I was trying to think of a guy. I should have got a peanut so I could compare the size. That's a peanut size. So like I say, it's just slightly bigger than a peanut, but really handy fifth pocket size. Right, so let's go over. We're just going to sort of go over it with a fine tooth comb and just really have a look at the fit and finish. So on the picture, off the seller's picture, it's a saw cut, and this is what the saw cut should look like, and this is what was shown. This is what I received. So as you can see, not a great deal on this side. You can just see it there, really faint, but on this side, really prominent. And the dye is a lot better on this, on the pile side than it is on the show side. Okay, so that's one issue that I found with it, but I can live with that. Full disclosure, I'm not sending either of these knives back. I'm happy with what I got. To a certain degree, we always want knives to come to us perfect, but it's not a perfect world. So let's have a look then. So there's no gapping on the back there. It's really tight. Maybe a slight bit of gap in there if you was to be overcritical, but really well put together on the back. Now hafting, you're going to probably have to take my word because it's hard to show that on camera, but really smooth transitions. You've got this dome pin here. It's going to be a little bit proud, but it's smooth to the touch, so it's really well hafted. Let's have a look at the centering. So the pen blade's pretty much well centered. The clip point is favouring the show side, but it's not rubbing. Sorry. I have washed these out and put a bit of oil in them. This is the tang stamp for this one. I'm sure some of you, but this is more of a newer one, and it has got 8 dots. Okay, so let's have a look at the walk and talk. So it's not very snappy, the pen blade. It's got quite a weak pull. It's snappy there. It's not snappy on the fully open. Snappy there and snappy there. Got quite a weak pull, that one. I don't mind a weak pull if I can choke up on the tang there, which you can. So not an issue for me. Okay, the pen blade. The pen blade's got a harder pull and it's a lot more snappier. There's the on that tang stamp. So got a lovely walk and talk, that pen blade. So that's another thing to show you that I picked up on. I don't know if you can see there. It's not a crack, but it's not been hafted very well here. You can just see an indentation on the bone. Very well equally sized on the bone. So all in all, I think not a bad example of a swell centered jack. Now, case famous for patenting knife pattern names. That they called this one the swell centered jack, small swell centered jack instead of the Coke bowl. Who has patented the Coke bowl? Does anybody know? I'd be interested to find out. But yeah, this is called a small swell centered jack, and I think a good representation of one, and a nice knife. I really like this one. Okay, so that's the first one. Let's have a look at the second one. So this is a medium stockman in antique bone. There's the label. There we are. Ah, look, it shows you there. So let's have a look at this tang stamp. There you go. So all you case nuts out there will know what year, and that is just from that. So actually, while I've got that out, let's have a look. First thing I noticed was that sheep's foot they do stick out a bit proud, but this has a massive kick on it. Let's have a look if I can show you that. And the tip's proud out of that well. But what you'll find is you can't catch it. The tip's not proud, but it's well in there, and you cannot catch your finger on that tip. I like it. I was going to file down the kick just to make it look a bit more streamlined, but it's pinchable open. Okay, so that is a plus for me, and I think I'm going to keep the kick at that length and not file it down. Right, let's have a look at the back. There was a bit of light gapping on this, but nothing really to write home about. You can see for yourself. So quite well put together. The hafting is spot on. No transitions are spot on. The bone's brilliant. I love the bone. I love this series. I don't know whether to collect them all, to be fair, or get a few more in this series. They got a beautiful Barlow with a spear point that Retro Stu's just picked up, and I'm very jealous about. And I was going to get it, but I've got too many case Barlows, so I went for the medium Stockman instead. So really like that shield, really like this bone. So what we looked at the transitions, we've looked at gapping, we've noticed that that's a little proud but not catching. Now, there's a lot of talk about rubbing on these sort of knives, and a lot of people are saying, well, it's kind of to be expected. I don't think it should be. I think if it's cranked correctly, you shouldn't have that rubbing. But there's quite a bit of rubbing on the spay, and there's a lot of rubbing on the sheep's foot. Let's have a look. Wipe my fingers off. As you can see there. So I don't think we should sort of accept that, but it is what it is. I'm going to use this knife, and I'm okay with it, to be fair. So all in all, not a bad knife. Not a bad knife. We always want them to come perfect. So, you know, and being knife guys, we pick up on everything and we go over everything with a fine tooth comb anyway. But I just thought it'd make a cool video to have a talk about and have a look at their quality control. There's been a lot of talk about the books where they've got 3 back springs for the 3 blades. I don't think that's improved. And I don't like it. I like the blades to share a back spring. I think that shows part of the craftsman part of it, and I don't like big gaps in knives for pocket rubbish to fall into. So I like it when you've got something sharing, like a split back whittler or something like that. You know, I like that. I don't like a big chunky knife. So that's my opinions on it. But yeah, so you can see the rub in there. But yeah, I'm going to keep both of them. I enjoy them. I think they're both good. I'm going to use the hell out of them. But yeah, so that's part of the video finished where we're talking about the quality control. Tell me what you think. Is that to be expected? This minute's already 10 minutes and 41 minutes long, but a bit more personal stuff about the channel. I just want to thank everybody for trying to get me, help me out and give me sort of shout outs and trying to get me on their lives and all sorts of stuff like that. I really do appreciate that. And asking to do sticker swaps with me and stuff like that. I'm taking the channel quite casual at the moment. I'm just enjoying it, my lifestyle probably doesn't allow me to. It's a bit of a madhouse here, to be honest. I've got young kids and things like that, and I'm not taking it too seriously. Hopefully I will make some stickers. I like the idea of that, and I like all these sort of sticker swaps. I like to give knives away though, so it's going to cost me a fortune when I get these stickers, because I'll be sending knives out left, right and centre, because I enjoy it. I can see it happening, so I'm just taking it steady at the moment. I appreciate all the subscribers and everything, and I appreciate other channels trying to help me out and get me on their lives and do things like that, and I will do it one day. But at the moment, I'm just enjoying just like getting to know everybody, getting out in the community and showing some knives off and chatting to you all. So I'm just taking it a bit chilled out at the moment. But I just thought I'd say that. So I do appreciate it. I'm not being ungrateful. It's just it is what it is at the moment. But thank you all, and I do appreciate you all. So thank you very much. I'll see you on the next one.